All right, let's take a moment to take a look at the Universal Jaw Harp case from Ovcharenko. What is it? How do we use it? Now, first off, we have a jaw harp. We don't want to just take a jaw harp and throw it in our pocket unless it has a case and a way to protect a trigger. If you take a jaw harp, throw it in your pocket, your trigger is going to get bent, your harp's going to get bent. Not happy things are going to happen. So how do we use this universal case? You can see the jaw harp's mounted on there, and it's actually on there really securely. I've wore this as a necklace case. It ended up working, and I didn't have any problems. But what it is we have this piece of cordage wrapped around there and then tucked under. So let's take it off there. Let's see how we put it on there. What is it? We have a piece of wood that's been worked and shaped, and then there's a hole in it. Now this hole, this is where the trigger of your harp is going to go. Now this is a smaller case. They do come in medium and long lengths. So if you have a super long jaw harp, you're going to want a bigger version. So you're going to want to match your length to your harp. Now, how does it work? So the harp goes in, trigger goes in, and you can put various different harps on there. And what it is, trigger goes in, and if we look at back here, it's actually tapered down a little bit. There's a little bit of a release. See, the harp doesn't sit entirely flat. Back here, there's a little bit of a space. That's what we're going to use. We're going to start wrapping it kind of like we would wrap a danmoy. I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to keep it fairly tight. Now, if the harp reed is slid back, if it's doing that, push your harp forward. So we're going to start wrapping around and wrapping, keeping it tight. And we're not going to go all the way to the end. If we go all the way to the end, we know we've went too far. So I'm going to leave myself a little bit of room, and then I'm going to tuck it back behind. See that space there? I'm going to tuck it back behind and pull it. And as I pull it up under there, it wedges itself, and it's not going to fall off there. We'll wind a couple different harps on here. Match a small harp for a small one, medium size for a medium, and large for large. We're going to be winding, winding, winding. And then before we get to the end, we're going to leave ourselves some slack, and we're going to put it behind there. We're going to put it right behind there and wedge it under. And see how the trigger's coming forward a little bit? That just means the harp needs slid forward. There we go. Now it's centered on there and nice and protected. And you can wear them as a necklace case or put them in your pocket. However, if you're going to be doing like rough climbing or something like that, where it's encountering a lot of stress, I would put a rubber band over the top of it. Or if you're throwing it in your suitcase, rubber band it to make sure that it's secure. But overall, these work pretty well. I'll put one more harp case on it. We'll wind it one more time. Get windy with it. This is the Molfar case that comes with the Molfar Universal. So harp goes in, wind it round, and then before you run out, wedge it behind there, or here I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to come back and wedge. And then just make sure you're nice and centered. If you're pulled back too far, it's going to spring forward, push it forward, and there you go. There is the Ovcharenko Universal Style Jaw Harp case. Anyways, I'm going to put a link above here for if you want to check these out. Anyways, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them oiled. But most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out.